Simon, in the Sciences of the Artificial, marks cultural change this way. The surface of every humanly or evolutionarily designed artifact represents the interface of two separable environments. He continues, we should expect to find this separability in all larger and complex systems, whether they're artificial or natural. And yet, surprisingly, we archaeologists seldom peer below the surface, peel away layers to reveal an object's inner workings. The design of the inner environment is not part of our basic research agenda. This is surely crucial, for such a schema determines whether the artifact will meet challenges encountered. It's a curious thing, this tenacity of old forms in a present time. There is tangible regret over the loss of familiar ways, and in this sense, a lack of curiosity about life ways is understandable. We cling to what we know, and this human failing prevents us from considering social reality, the way a society is, and the dynamic process of its coming into being. So it is, when confronted with the voluminous corpus of objects, we should see this circumstance as so many affordances, opportunities for interpretation, handles, so many keys to the inner workings of the given collection and the life ways of those who may have assembled it. Yet we let the opportunity, these hints as to inner workings and everyday behavior, pass us by. When the constituent parts are miniature objects, this omission verges on the egregious. A collection reiterates measurable constants. We fail in almost every case to see the larger implications of this iterability. The obvious devolves into the oblivious, unreadable object. Any consideration of habitus must provide an operational blueprint. In other words, how one form of being becomes another, one manner of making informs subsequent iterations of the instantiated object. The implementation of MET, material engagement theory, in archaeology takes on poignant immediacy when we consider not just the here and now of our discovery, but delve deeper, bringing to light its surrogate. As we've seen, the investigation of this surrogate reality has important ramifications for studies of community and aggregation of social groups. The momentous changes will prove to be foreshadowed, I believe, both in the fabric of the animal figurines recovered in the royal storehouse at Urkesh, and concretely traceable also in the hand-fashioned human representations at Bab-el-Ha. In the case of the terracotta figurines of Tel Mouzan, the corpus signals the charnière moment when a nomadic society becomes pastoralist, settles on a site, and changes its fundamental character. As for Bab-el-Ha, the theory of surrogacy helps explain how a mourning society becomes an activist one, changing the form of the immediate environment, celebrating a new sort of collaborative adventure that resulted in the foundation of an enduring urban collectivity. The results of this investigation will inform an invigorated practice of dynamic object biography, lapsed into senescence for the better part of the last third of the last century. I've written this essay and repeatedly returned to interpret the artifacts in Storehouse AK at ancient Urkesh and the remade human representations at Bab-el-Ha in hopes that this invites us to reconsider what's missing, what we have lost. This corrective is sorely needed. Markers of change, yes, but only if we are alert to the varieties of surrogate reality.